Alright guys, hey Zinc here, welcome back to the channel for another Cyber Rebellion video. So a big question people are probably asking right now is the new unit, Vera, is she really a force of nature? Is she really a unit that you want to get in your team? I'm here to answer that question and I'll show you a little bit of her in action and I'll give you my opinion, but you can obviously decide for yourself. So let's go ahead and take a look at Vera. So this is my Vera, I've got her to red 1. We'll take a look at what her skills do and talk about how she is probably optimally used, and then I'll show you how I'm using her, which to be honest surprises me just how good she is in my setup considering I'm not leveraging her to her full potential. So look here. Deals damage equal to 101% of attack plus 550 to the target and applies 1 stack of weakened gene. There is a 30% chance to apply 1 stack of weakened gene. Weakened gene, each stack reduces gene power by 5%, lasting for 2 turns up to 5 stacks. The way to look at weakened gene is it's essentially like resistance effect, you know, affect the ability to debuff and buff and all that kind of stuff. It makes them more susceptible to that. That's basically the best way to look at that, right? Next one. Frozen Rewind. There's a 100% chance to dispel target's buff, then deal damage equal to 325% of attack plus 1815 to the target. If the dispel is successful, there's a 40% chance to steal the buff to yourself. Some buffs are not valid. Easy enough. Steal a buff. Strip it, steal it. Nice. Her ult, I'm going to tell you right now, her ult is awesome, right? Deals damage equal to 198% of attack plus 1501 to all enemies. If the target has less than 3 buffs that can be dispelled, deals 35% damage for each missing buff up to 105 and deals 1 additional stage of true damage equal to 100% of attack on all targets. True damage, it ignores defense, damage increase, damage reduction, injury dependencies and injury reduction effects. So pure damage. So if you've got someone who's buffed all the way up with all sorts of magical potions that stop them taking as much damage, true damage just ignores that and it just smacks them for a lot more. Her ult, I've got it to 2, right? So for me, at the beginning of battle gains 2 stacks of aura. Each stack reduces the damage taken by 24%. During the effect, all your skill's target points cost 1 less. Each time you use a skill, or when you are inflicted with stun or silence, 1 stack of aura is reduced. So you can see here, that's what that does. Okay, now, I'm not sure exactly where it is. Here it's here. Restores 2 energy, this is a passive, right? Restores 2 energy at the start of combat when in play, increases the damage of friendly destroyer combatants by 4%, reduces 1 energy after each tactical action, attack plus 264 when there are 3 or more enemies, damage dealt plus 12%. So you can see there that from looking at her kit, you would think that having her with a few destroyers would be optimal. And you know what? It probably is, but what I'm going to show you just now is you don't need that. For her to shine, you do not need that, right? So let's go out here. I'm just going to buy some energy so that you can see what's going to happen. So we're going to main story. Let's look at a stage. Let's look at the final stage. Right, so these are obviously some powerful enemies. Yeah, we'll do this one, why not? Right, so we'll go in here, we'll do this one against some powerful enemies, and we'll see how she can get on, right? So in my team, I'm only using 1 additional destroyer. So the only 2 people getting a buff off of her passive is herself and the other destroyer unit, right? So these first opening rounds are going to be quite quick. They just are. So if I do this, so that's her using her ult. I do this, you see, bang, her ult just wrecks everything because they've not had time to buff. right? Just bear that in mind. They've not had time to buff, right? So there, she's getting all that additional damage because they have not had time to buff. Again here, I'll just use this. I'm just trying to get to this last wave. I'm hoping I can keep my ult for when we've got a bit more damage in play, a bit more enemies we can deal with. So hopefully Eric should just maybe mop up here. I believe that. No. Get to the final wave, and then I'll show you the combo that for me has just been absolutely eradicating everything. So if I pop this and I pop this, do that. I'm trying to keep the ults. There we go. So we're moving into this last fight. We're facing off against 5 difficult units, 5 strong units that do a lot of damage. So we'll go in. I've actually got exactly what I want here. Okay, this is perfect, and I'll show you it in play right now. So first off, I'm going to pop her ult. Then you'll see that Vera will probably either wipe everyone out apart from the unit who I have highlighted right now, or she will take them down to a point where Eric will just poof, 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 pop everyone off, right? But the thing is, because Data Hub is getting that buff because she is a destroyer character, you might well find at the end of this chain we are going to have nothing but one unit standing, and the only reason he'll be standing is because he has the last stand ability which stops him from dying. So let's just see this in action, and I need you to watch the damage that Vera puts out here. So Vera, bang. I mean, she took near enough everyone out. She took one character down to the point where he was one hit away from dying. That to me shows you that her true damage, especially if people are not rocking buffs, which they're probably not going to be, she will just absolutely slay. Now, if I had more destroyers on the team, we probably would have done more damage there, because instead of using her, what's her face, Catherine, instead of using her, with the amount of damage we're putting out, could actually drop her in favour of maybe Taki, which I might do. I am considering doing that, but right now I don't even feel like I need to, because her ult is just so strong. It is just so absolutely strong that I really do not even think it's a necessary thing that I do to the team. I can't kill this guy, just so that you're aware. He has last stand ability. When he takes his next turn, he's going to die. I've had no problem at all doing this stage, as you'll see. Bang. Now, I will try right now doing something a little bit harder, right? I'm not sure if I'll clear it, but I'll try, right? So we'll go and we'll try and do a stage that's a little bit harder, right? So if we go out of here, we go to here, we go to here, Hollow Sim. Now, because of her, I was able to get Eric up to this point, stage 7, which is obviously quite a difficult stage. I haven't tried today, so we'll see if the strategy works here as well. The thing is, you've got a problem just because of his last stand ability. It can make this stage a little bit tricky. So I've actually got 2 out of the 3 that I want right away, so that actually is pretty good. So if we do that with her, that will give us her ult. And if I could get one thing to happen here, it would be quite handy, but we might not be that lucky. Can we get Catherine's? Oh, the wrong one showed up. Okay, so what we'll do is we will highlight Eric, because Eric will kill us. He's pretty strong. We'll do her ult as well, and then her ult, and we will do this. Let's see if we can get these guys down to a decent level. Now bear in mind, they are very strong. She did do a lot of damage there. Okay, so if we can survive around here, I reckon could probably do it. It's going to be tight though, because Shield's dying now, but nah, it's okay. He's there to take the hits, that's what he's there for. This part here becomes difficult because he is going to follow up. Oh, he didn't follow up. Well, that's quite lucky. Right, so, again, now you give me it. Now you give me it. Very nice. I appreciate that game. We'll probably silence the Doctor, because when he does his ult, it can hit for quite a lot. I reckon we will just do that, into that. Let's see. Unfortunately, if I don't get an ult again, I'm not going to get a chance to see how much it really does shine. That's all good, that's all good. Nice, follow-up attack, nice. So we need to survive this round. If we survive this round, we can get her ult. Unfortunately, it looks like these guys are starting to go a bit ham. This is a difficult stage. So, unfortunately... Oh, maybe. Ah, nah, she's dead. So that was unfortunate. If Catherine had got that ult in our first round, it might have been a different story. I'll give it one more shot because, you know, it's not really an example if I don't show you it working properly. Let's see if we can get her ult to show. It showed, but lo and behold, no one else's ults are there. So we need to try and make them appear, which does not look promising right now. No. So see, to me that would be what I would call a dead run. I would just come out of there, go again, try and see if I can get what I want to come. So I just want to show you one more time the ideal situation with getting lots of damage from that. So that's better, right? We've got 2 out of the 3 right away. So that obviously immediately puts us into good sort of a starting. There's 3, and now I can make sure I get Catherine's by doing that. Pop you away. Right, that's us. We're now in the ideal situation. So if we pop that, you're highlighted. We'll do that with you, that with you. He's now going to be silenced. Now we've got a shot of this actually playing out the way I want it to. So there's big damage. You see the big damage there? More big damage. Now we've got Eric working for us on their squad, meaning he's going to do hits against his teammates, potentially taking them out of the game, which is handy for us. So you can see there, bang, nice, that's what we needed. Bit more of that, bit more of that. My Eric's putting in the work. So now, if I can get lucky here and potentially cause one of these 2 ults to come back, that would be handy. That didn't happen, so we now need to get lucky. So we'll do this, we'll do that, and we will... who is susceptible? Who is susceptible? Yeah, just in case. Just in case, I think we will just silence our boy Eric on the other team. Because if that happens, that might stop him doing just too much damage. Right, so that's fine. We can cope, we can still cope. Because we've still got the 2 people, or the 3 people in play that we want to have in play. She's revived. Maybe not now. Maybe not now. That was not the way we wanted that one to go. So all I can do now is pray that somehow with these 2 ults we can do... too much. Too much. Well, our girl here is going to put in a decent amount of damage. She got... If we still had Eric in play, Eric would have popped up. Eric would have done big numbers. Eric would have looked after us. We've got a girl data hub putting in the work. Vera putting in the work. But we just don't have the backup right now. On a better run, with a little bit more luck in our corner, that would play out. We would have got the clear. The video would have ended on the note I wanted it to end on. But still, she puts out huge numbers. She synergizes really well with really key units that you may already be working on. Units like Data Hub, units like Hound. Works very well. Works very, very well. I recommend her. I think she's a very solid unit. She's a very good unit. And if you can pick her up, definitely worth doing. Type of builds I put her on. She can work on the Bleed Broken Armour team, mainly because she's putting out so much damage. If you're running the Bleed Broken Armour team, you probably have Eric on your squad. It's going to put them under the 50% threshold quite quickly, and then he can start putting in the work and killing those other units, making her a fantastic unit in my opinion. I think she's very solid. Just bear in mind, like most units, she needs stars. Anyway guys, I've been Hazink, thanks for watching, catch you in the next one, peace.